Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Holland, and today I'm going to be talking about metric unit conversions. And I've combined three of them together because once you get the metric conversions for length, you can do it for capacity, and you can do it for mass also. It's pretty easy. We use a mnemonic device, and this mnemonic device is one where each letter I'm going to give you a sentence that stands for each letter of this line right here. And the sentence I'm going to give you is King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. So that's the one that I'm giving you that we're going to be using. So King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And notice that the first letter of each word corresponds to the first letter, or the letters up here at the top. So all of these right here, these letters come to make this sentence. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And let's talk about what these different letters stand for. So I'm gonna erase this King Henry. I'm gonna put this another photo of this up on the website so you'll be able to see it. But King Henry, what this stands for is the king is going to stand for kilo. The H is hecta. The D is deca. U is unit, and we'll talk about what that means in a minute. D is deci. And then up here, C is centi. And the M is a milli. And those are the prefixes that we're going to be using in the metric system. You've probably heard of kilometer, you've probably heard of millimeter, you've probably heard of centimeter, centigram. Any of these you've probably heard before. Let me just talk about what unit means. Unit just is kind of the base. And so the bases that we're going to be using is gram for mass. We're going to be using liter. And then the last one is meter. So these are the bases that we're going to have. And that's kind of right there in the center. And then if I were to go one way or the other, I could make a millimeter or make a kilometer, depending on which way I want to go. All right, let me show you an example of how this is going to work. It's pretty much just counting is all you're doing. There isn't much division or multiplication when you're doing this. So if I was given an example that I had 47 grams and I wanted to know how many milligrams that is. So I'm trying to find milligrams is what I'm doing. What you're going to do is you're going to write down the mnemonic device. So you're going to say King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And then put down where your original problem is. So 47 grams is right there in the center because that's going to be where the grams is. So you have 47 at that point. And then we want to try to get to milligrams, which is right here. And so I need to move this 1, 2, 3 times to get to milligrams. And I'm moving it to the right. So I'm going to take my original 47. And where is the understood decimal point? It should be right here at the end after 7. And I'm going to move it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move it 3 times to the right. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a new decimal point there, and I'm going to fill in zeros for the rest of them. And so it turns out that 47 grams is the same thing as 47,000 milligrams. Notice how easy it was. All I had to do was count how many jumps I had to figure out where to go. Very, very easy. Okay, let's do another problem. Let's do, I have 127 centimeters, and I want to try to find out how many kilometers that is. I want to try to find out how many kilometers are 127 centimeters. Again, I'm going to do my mnemonic device. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And my 127 is going to be here at this point. And I want to try to end up at this. So let's see how many times I have to count. I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to do it 5 times. So I'm going to put my 127 with my understood decimal point right there. Sometimes they'll give you the decimal point. I'll do a problem where it has a decimal point in there, but if it doesn't, then you know it comes at the end. And I went to the left, so I need to move this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put a new decimal point there, fill in the rest with zeros. So my answer then is going to be 0.00127 kilometers. And that kind of makes sense, right? Because a kilometer is like a mile. It's really, really far. And if I had 127 centimeters, that wouldn't be that long. So it'd be a really short kilometer, which makes sense. So this answer right here is 0.00127 kilometers. All right, let's do another problem. Let's do, all right, let's do, I've got 45.6 liters, and I want to try to find out how many milliliters that is. I want to try to find out how many milliliters. So remember what you're going to do is you're going to write out your mnemonic device. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. And I'm going to put down what was given to me, which is 45.6 liters. Remember the unit is for liters and grams and meters. And then I'm going to jump. I need to get to milliliters, which is right here. This is milliliters. So I'm trying to get there. So I'm going to jump it 1, 2, 3 times to the right. So let me start with my 45.6. Now I'm given the decimal point now. So I start with my decimal point and move it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Put a new decimal point and fill in the rest with zeros. So my answer is 45,600 milliliters. It's going to be my answer. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any problems about doing this. I think it's pretty easy. Instead of having to divide by 100 or multiply by 100, just being able to move the decimal point is to me a much easier path to go on. So I will talk with you later, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.